website, which is?
Billy D. Williams Art?
No. Every time he does this. It's very simple. BillyDWilliams.com.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anytime Lando has appeared in a video game, the original radio dramas back in the 80s, pinball machines in Vegas, all of the Robot Chicken stuff, Star Wars Rebels, you name it, it is all Billy D. Williams' voice. It's no one else. He is Lando Calrissian.
I did a play called A Taste of Honey on Broadway with Laurence Olivier's wife, with Joan Plowright, with Angela Lansbury, Nigel Davenport, and Andy Ray. That was 1960, and in 61, I was approached by a prestige label, it was a jazz label, to do an album.
I was just like, Harvey, yes. And then Ben was like, we're done. And I was like, what? We're done. We did the audition. I was like, I didn't remember what I did. And I was like, okay. And I was like, thank you. And I started walking out the door. So Harvey, wait. And I thought he was gonna say, you're going to Hollywood, you know? So I turned around and I was like, yes. And he's all like, the microphone. And I'm like, thank you. They called back and they said they had shown it to Taika, Jermaine, all the producers, FX, the casting director Allison had seen it in London, and they had all voted unanimously to test me for Guillermo. It was the first time that they had all voted on the same person to test.
I messed up carotid artery. And I
oh my God, but you were given like
I couldn't undo it. Like I rehearsed it too many times.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Couldn't do it.
There's quite a few of those in your,
How you go?
your library.
favorite seasons?
I think one is our best.
I'm with you.
I love one. There's something about just not knowing where the show was going, not knowing, what lies ahead of you, and it's like, I don't know. I like
But also like the sword of Damocles hanging over your head, like you might get canceled, like that idea that you don't know that you're gonna run for a long time. So that's
you don't know if the show's gonna get on the air, you don't know if people are gonna watch, you don't know if they're gonna like it.
Yeah. So you're all sort of like forged together, and it's that's a great thing.
Then at one point I bust through the door of her audition. I just picked up and ran down the hall and busted in, and so one of the people was like, oh, she's cute, does she want to be in a commercial? And my mom was nervous, and me sensing her reticence, I immediately wanted to do whatever the opposite was of what she wanted me to do. So I was like, I'm doing it, even though I don't think I even really know what was going on. I loved the vibe of being on a set so much. And I love people, and I love getting to meet people, and Gemini, as you know. And so there was a lot of, it was a very it just felt like a really natural environment for me to be in. I have friends at every studio, which is so cool. I mean, Nickelodeon and Disney and all these places, they think of you, and they're like, oh yeah, well we like working with you, and it's voiceover is different than acting, right? Because you're it doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter any of that kind of stuff. They're just are you a cool person, and are you right for this job? Something like Avatar, that's the most special cartoon ever. I mean, it's so powerful and meaningful and special, and I grew up with that show as well. I mean, I was 11 or 12 when that show started, so I kind of grew with Katara and learned all those lessons. At the same time she was learning things, and became super close. Jack and Dante and I recorded every single week together for years. So we just became like best friends because we, you know, were together all the time. It also turned out to be like one of the most special, beautiful shows ever, in my opinion, and I feel like so honored that I got to be a part of it. But it means something to me, even in my like real life as well, you know. I've always felt lucky because whenever anybody has, you know, come up to me or had something to say or expressed something to me, it's always like something that I really appreciate hearing, and it's like, it always feels like a really like good, valuable exchange to me. But yeah, it was the best. We loved each other so much. We had the time of our lives. They're still like truly like my sisters. I mean, we talk every day, so, you know. And like, I got to work with Matt Lillard, you know what I mean? Like, who doesn't love Matt Lillard? He's really the best. So yeah, I loved it.